Follow reports that Toledo's Shot Spotter program, which uses technology to pinpoint where gun incidents happen, won't be used in the Junction neighborhood, and residents there are saying it is still needed. TaTiana Cash, she reached out to Toledo City Council's Public Safety and Criminal Justice Reform Committee to try to get some answers about this. So what'd you find out?
Well, Jeff, talking with City Councilman John Hobbs this afternoon, he says he was able to speak with Toledo Police Chief Mike Trenley, who says the Junction neighborhood Shot Spotter was the beginning, because after this most recent contract renewal for the North and East Toledo Shot Spotters, there won't be any more. Shot Spotter is good, but it's just too expensive.
At a May Toledo City Council meeting, around $280,000 was approved to pay for a one-year contract with Spot Shotter for only 2 spotters in North and East Toledo. City Councilman John Hobbs says the city has kept the program for several years because it brings results.
It is extremely accurate. It can get you within yards of where a shooting has taken place. We want to do everything we can to make our citizens safe, our neighborhoods safe.
But in talking with the police chief, he says the accuracy came at a cost the city just couldn't afford anymore. And it's why the 3rd Spot Shotter in Junction neighborhood got the axe. Hobbs says there's no favoritism in one community. It's just the timing in contracts.
It will be said, well, there's still other contracts that are still out there, and it will not be renewed because, again, it is a budgeting issue. It is a very expensive program.
Spot Shotter has been paid in the past through grant money from the American Rescue Plan Act and private donations. Hobbs says the money just isn't there anymore, and Toledo isn't alone in this. Bigger cities had to deal with funding issues as well.
Chicago has not been able to continue Shot Spotter as well because it is such an expensive program.
However, he says funds won't overshadow safety because they're looking for more grant funding, private donors, and an alternative Spot Shotter technology. Until then, Hobbs says community members need to speak up when violent crimes happen and share ring camera videos with police.
So if there is a crime in your area, they can look at the camera to see in certain blocks, certain neighborhoods, and see anonymously whether they can pick up information to solve that crime.
Now, I did reach out to TPD, and they do want to remind everyone you can anonymously give Ring doorbell cam footage to the department to help solve crimes in your area. Just call the number right there at the bottom of your screen and ask to speak with a sergeant to learn more on how you can help. Live here in studio, TaTiana Cash, WTOL 11. Breaking overnight, 2 people hurt in 2 separate shootings in different parts of the city. Both victims showing up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. Now, one victim, Toledo police say, was shot near North Huron and Elm Street in North Toledo. And they did find bullet casings there at the intersection. And police say their injuries are not life-threatening. The other victim told police they were shot in the parking lot of a gas station on the corner of Monroe and North Detroit Avenue in central Toledo. Police say they also found several bullet casings at the scene as well as 2 gas pumps were hit by gunfire. No arrests have been made in either shooting. If you have any information about these incidents, call Crime Stoppers, the number there on your screen, 419-255-1111. A Michigan woman is now behind bars after leading police on what we just saw was a high-speed chase. Officials say a young boy was actually in the car during the time of the chase, and he is now safe. But this all started on State Route 2 and ended up at the Fremont Holiday Inn parking lot. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says a woman spent much of the chase at a high rate of speed, driving in the wrong direction. She even drove the wrong direction on an overpass. Now, she does face multiple charges now after being caught and is due in court tomorrow morning.
As drownings in the United States, deaths are on the rise after decades of decline.
One local organization is encouraging families to take advantage of indoor swim lessons as we head into the colder months. TaTiana Cash has more on the Josh Project. TaTiana?
Yeah, Dan, Amanda, today it may be in the 50s, thanks, Matt, but I was told since the world is more than 70% water, it's still swim season. Josh Project continues to offer swim lessons to kids 5 to 16 years old, and I met with one instructor instructor who is a former Josh Project student. Check this out.
I used to call him my pride and joy.
Josh Butts passed away 18 years ago, and while mother Wanda Butts is still living with the pain of losing her only son, she's filled with pride and joy because his legacy, the Josh Project, recently had a full circle moment. As a Josh Project graduate, Donnell Wynn Jr. is now a project instructor and junior Olympian.
It gives me like a better view of what my instructors saw. I can see why they were so happy, because like all the kids are so happy. They were always trying to do something.
Wynn started competitively swimming after graduating from the project almost 3 years ago, and clearly the wins have been piling up. He knows being a young black man who's a certified swimmer is an accomplishment, since CDC data finds drowning death rates for black people were nearly 30% higher in 2021 than in 2019. He says he wants everyone to know the basics and try to conquer any water fears, having watched one of his young students do it themselves.
He was super scared. He's like, "You gonna hold on to me, right? Hold tight, hold tight." And I put him on a kickboard. I told him to kick, and I was holding him. I let my hands go, and he kept going. He's like, "You hold me, right?" I was like, "Yeah." And I wasn't even holding him.
The Josh Project has been offering swim lessons for nearly 18 years, and Wanda is grateful to have done it for so long and now passes the torch to her nephew, Lawrence Butts. And as the new executive director, he says meeting Donnell brings it full circle.
And just talking to him is just like, wow. So that just lets us know that the Josh Project is really making a difference in individuals' lives.
The family believes drowning is not only 100% preventable, but also a vital life skill. And the goal of the project is to make lessons affordable and accessible year-round, showing children 5 to 16 years old how important and necessary water safety is.
So swimming doesn't stop. Just because it gets cold outside doesn't mean that we're not swimming anymore. Because we pretty much have one person per child during the lesson.
Try to keep, most times, an attitude of gratitude, because I'm grateful.
Now, to learn more about the Josh Project, you can check out its Facebook page. The link is on our website under our links mentioned tab. You definitely need to check it out. In the newsroom, TaTiana Cash, WTOL 11. We start right at 4:30 here on WTOL 11 with breaking news. Toledo police are... A man accused of firing a gun at police officers is behind bars this morning. 26-year-old Elijah Kiefer of Astoria is facing several felony charges, including shooting a firearm in the city, possession of a weapon under disability, and possession of a stolen firearm. Police responded to a call of a suspicious person trying to break into a car early Wednesday morning before chasing Kiefer, which is when he allegedly shot at police. And we have new information on a story we've been tracking out of Columbus. The Reagan-Tokes Act was actually signed into law last year, but now it's being challenged in court. A lawsuit was filed this week arguing the law is unconstitutional. The Reagan-Tokes Act allows the Ohio prison system to legally hold inmates beyond their court-ordered release date if the prison system finds cause to do so. If this law is ruled constitutional, a large number of challenges to it may continue to come in. Toledo police are investigating after a person was shot overnight in West Toledo. It happened on Fleet Road, just west of Reynolds, after midnight. Police say the man shot has non-life-threatening injuries. Now, no arrests have been made. If you have any information on this incident, call Crime Stoppers. The number there at the bottom of your screen, 419-255-1111. Also breaking overnight, a traffic stop turned police chase, which ended in downtown Toledo. The driver stopped right at the front entrance of the Hilton Garden Inn on North Summit Street. Police say the woman was driving with her high beams on, and so they tried to pull her over near Dorr and Detroit, but instead she took off. She's since been taken into custody.